It's a structure. In America, there's SAG-AFTRA. There is organization that govern the industry so that it can become, well structured. So,
about management. Let's talk about industry. Let's talk about the growth. Let's talk about Zambia Kuchalo. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I've been finding it so hard to pronounce your last name. I don't know why. Is it, how do you pronounce it? Njikeng? Did I get it right?
she did.
Serious?
Yeah. The end is silence. Well, it's Africa, man.
I was always scared. You know how some people find it so disrespect if you mispronounce their name?
It's Africa. I think the beauty about Africa and its uniqueness is that those differences that make us one people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Njikeng, I was pulled over by police somewhere on the highway.
Okay.
And he took my license and he was like, Mr. Njikeng. I was like, yes, sir. This is Western Province. I'm like, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
From my mother's side.
Yeah.
And that was it. The conversation was great.
Nice.
I didn't need to justify myself and say, oh, no, it's West Africa, no, it's Cameroon. No, Africa is one, man.
Yeah. You've been doing so much in the background, so much. But let's start with the introduction, basically about you. For the people that are watching right now, how would you love to be described?
I'll be described as someone who cares about structure and someone who cares about growth of the continent. Everything else is a bonus. I'm a career filmmaker. I have a master's degree in film. I've produced a couple of projects, work on some Netflix project as well. I am a grassroots organizer. I've dabbled into a lot of things, but the one thing that I do well is create structures that work in everything I do. Everything. So if it comes to management, if it comes to production, if it comes to executive production, if it comes to mentoring, mindset transformation, So I'm from a school that appreciates structure, and structure builds growth.
Why do you feel structure is very important?
Structure is important because every successful society that we've witnessed around the world was built on structure, sustainable structure. If we have to keep breaking down and rebuilding all the time, then nothing is going to stand for real. Nothing, no industry. Hollywood was built on structure. Nollywood was built on structure. Every structure every country around the world, they were built on structure. The countries in the world who got independence after African countries created sustainable structures are more developed than us right now. Because one thing that lacked in Africa is structure. Timeliness. We don't respect time. Time is a key to structure. So I'm sorry, I don't want to.
Let's talk about something away from the structure. It's about your accent.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a Zambian accent.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. Everywhere I go, they say, you're Nigerian. I'm like, no, I'm not. I was born in Cameroon, and I live a long time in America. So I just moved to Zambia. Yeah.
How's it going for you in Zambia so far?
I love it. Zambia has a lot of growth in many sectors, so I'm having a field time in Zambia. I'm like doing a lot of things at the same time. A lot. Like when I say a lot, it's just cool. Everywhere there's lack of structure and maybe creating some type of thing, some type of lasting impression. I'll give you a simple example. Well, I got approached by Martina Mwansa from actually your namesake from the Sutambe Film Festival last year. We had a meeting and she told me she needed somebody to help produce the Sotambe, and I jumped on board, and it was one of the greatest Sotambe. And because of that, I got a call from the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Art to work on the Ngoma, and I feel like it was one of the greatest Ngoma as well. So from when you start doing great work, it shows, right? And then now people want to attach you to what they're doing, so that you can be the one who bring that structure that we're talking about. So, and you're not going to, I'm not going to talk about it. Some people don't know about it. I just do it because I feel like it's important that somebody does it.
For a while now, Zambia has been struggling getting the attention that it seeks, most especially in the industry. Not just in the industry, we talk about music, but we talk about movies also. Since I'm having someone who has information regarding the industry on how it's supposed to work, for a while now, and you being in Zambia right now, where do you feel like we've been lacking?
we've been lacking one in the film industry you're talking about.
Both movie.
Okay, both of them. All
Yeah.
the industries I've noticed, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Right. I know Facebook is going to go crazy. I don't care, but somebody needs to speak about it. I feel like we lack unity. First thing first. Since I've been in Zambia, I've not seen filmmakers coming together to actually speak about the issues of the Zambian film business, because we don't have an industry yet per se. Zambia don't have a film industry yet, right? I've not seen, I'm not into the musical circle like that, but since I've been out there, I've not seen musicians come together to say, let's talk about what can make us better.
If we don't have a film industry, what do we have?
We have a film, we have individual producing film and then doing what they're doing. An industry is controlled, right? There is a structure, again, that governs the industry. Hollywood as an industry, Nollywood as an, Bollywood as an industry. You know, they have a structure. We just got a policy, a film policy, just a couple of months ago. You know, so it means that at least the government is trying as they can to push an industry, but the industry is not there yet. It's a couple of filmmakers, Paul Willow, Raphael Nyirenda, Cosmas Ngandwe, you know, a couple of them who do film and then individually premiere them in Levy Hall. Some of them, after the premiere, they shelve it. Others, they put it on film festivals and then they distribute it. That's not an industry. An industry.
How do you feel it's supposed to be in maybe in other countries, if you were to distinguish the two?
There is a structure. In America, there's SAG-AFTRA. There is organization that govern the industry so that it can become, you know, well structured. So if there's no union for filmmakers, who says how much an actor is supposed to be paid? Who says how much a producer is supposed to be paid? Who says how much a DOP is supposed to be paid? You understand what I'm saying? That is the structure I'm talking about. Like, for you to say we have an industry, I'm supposed to know that if I hire, like we just did Muzukanji, we hire the people, we decided, Cosmas, the director, Cosmas Gandwe, and I, the executive producer, we decided that we're not going to pay the people less. We're going to work hard to make enough money so that the cast and crew are well paid. And that's what we're working on. We decided that. Nobody can even sue you because there's no thing anywhere that shows that, okay, minimum wage is this, everybody needs to be paid that. There are a lot of, mostly the TV industry is super messed up. There's people who work long hours a day and get paid peanut. Why? Because there's no industry. There's nobody to regulate how it needs to be done. That's a conversation we need to start having now. Because we have great films, we have great filmmakers, we have talented people in this country. Paul Willow did Service to Heart. He's touring the world in film festivals, being nominated. He just got Best Actress, nomination for Best Actress in his film, right? There's a Man of Gold that's coming out. We had Muzukanji that's doing the country tour, 1,800 people in a hall for a movie premiere. Something is happening. The guys are gifted, but all we need is just a structure so that one, we're protected, two, we can be funded, and three, we can actually take over the world.
Do you feel that's the reason why we haven't seen the government not putting interest in empowering these youths, because it has to start with us?
No. I think the government has their share of responsibility, and they're doing it. I just spoke about the film policy. Right?
Yes.
I've had meetings with the PS Fumba. That's it. Yes, we call him Pilato, so his name is actually. I've had meetings with him where he actually wants things to be done right. But it can't be done only by the government. We have to start doing it. It means we have to tell ourselves, can we create a union of filmmakers? Can we create a syndicate of filmmakers? There is a guild that's run by Mr. Thompson. How effective it is. National Association of Media Art, run by the president, Bridget Malumba. How are they? You know, everybody at their own level is trying to do it, but because the actors themselves, the people involved in the art, which are the filmmakers, actors, and everything, they don't have that ability to say, guys, let's come together and make it work. It's not going to work. It's going to be just individual effort until somebody decides to bring everybody together at the table, and then let's put something together that works.
Who's that somebody? For the longest time, sometimes I even get tired of having these conversations. Zambia Kuchalo. Nothing is happening.
Yeah.
We talk about all these structures. Who is the structure? The structure is us.
Yes.
But how do we create the structure?
We care. If you care a little bit more, PMC, you're doing already a lot. Like I've seen you for the little time that we've known each other, we've met at a lot of different places. You know what that tells me? You care about what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? And if there could be a structure, for example, for TV presenters or TV hosts, I'm sure you're going to take responsibility to say, let me bring these people together and do it. You understand what I'm saying? So for the little time I've been in Zambia, I've created an organization called the Zambian Filmmakers Alliance. It failed twice. Why? Because of what I told you. Everybody's waiting for somebody to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So even when you bring people at the table, they chill, they wait for you to do it. So I think it's time for us to tell ourselves, we are so gifted, we will not allow our gift to go in vain. Because if we just stay doing what we're doing, then you will see people like the old man, I forgot his name, oh my God, he's a great actor. But he walks from 6 miles to town when there's a movie premiere.
Who's that?
He did Milk It. He did the Milk It commercial, Jackson Mwanza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's an example of where Zambian filmmakers are going if there's no structure. Because that man has not even he doesn't even have one way in his pocket to take a bus. And the filmmakers are just cool. Nobody speaks about that. But that's shameful for us as young filmmakers who are pushing to see the old guard struggling like that. Are you following what I'm saying? Is he getting residual for the Milk It commercial? How much did he get paid for all the commercials and all the movies that he's doing? Seriously, somebody talk to me about it. And he's just one person. There's a lot of them like that. Just a couple of months ago, we were doing the Dave Zambia concert to build a house to his family. Where did all his money go for his music? So you see, it's the same issue on both ends. Lack of structure create those type of experiences I just spoke about. Mr. Jackson, Swedy Jackson, right? That's his name. Yeah, you cannot. This guy is always broke. He has no money. He has nothing. Nothing is happening in his life right now. But he's on screen. It means he's not making any residual. He didn't get paid right. I don't want to go into his personal life to say, oh, maybe he didn't invest. No, that's not the conversation. How was he protected? Why he was active? Is what we're seeing right now. You know, so. Good question. Who should create the structure? Let's not wait for the government. Let's come together, guys, and let's make this work. But nobody's going to come and make it work. Everyone's going to do it. So,
and also the fear mostly that I've observed is a lot of people have bad experiences based on the cooperating, coming together, because some people have selfish gains. Someone just wants to achieve what they want to achieve at a certain point, saying, okay, we are creating the structure. But when others are building, others are trying to just get it from their selfish point of view. But how do we convince those people who have been disappointed before and tell them saying it's going to be different now?
It's the initial intent. It's a mindset thing, I feel. I feel like I strongly believe that when you bring people at the table, right? Okay, I'll give you a simple example. When we did the Dave Zambia concert, were you convinced by anyone to come and be the MC for free?
No.
Why?
I just felt like it is important.
Exactly.
To me, myself.
Exactly. You saw the organization, first of all, it was well organized. The people involved were credible. They were not doing this. We didn't did it because we wanted to make money. We did it because we wanted to give something to Dave's family. You were there. You saw us do it, and you came on board. Vubu came on board. Everybody who came to do this, Maki too came on board, right? So I feel like there is a spirit that comes with something that's going to work. We have to be ready in our mind to be part of something great. Most of the time, we're not, because we live in expectancy. We live in, somebody have to make it work. No. If you're not even ready for the change to happen, I speak to a lot of actors, right? Even in the TV circle, because again, there's no TV industry. Zambezi Magic does their thing, the producers do their thing, and then you hear complaints from actors. Actors are making less than 600 kwacha a month, but they're superstars on TV. So you see somebody on TV, you're like, just like Cosmas, when I met him, I was like, this guy is great. And when I got into his life, I was like, this is disappointing. So you're so famous on the screen, but you're living in a company over there, you barely have water in your house. What type of image are we painting? You know, if that is not annoying for you as a Zambian, and then you should decide that change should happen, then we're going to be like this for the next 20 years. And then individuals are going to be making money. You would take God-fearing people like Cosmas Gandwe and us to say, you know what, let's pay these people what they deserve.
My producer is telling me time is on our side. I feel like this conversation needs to have another conversation for an hour. Maybe in your remarks, maybe with the industry and what you have observed right now, what is the way forward, and also what are you working on, making sure that that structure is built?
Well, I'm working. I'm managing Cosmas Gandwe in everything that he's doing. You guys could see the difference. Cooper Contra is my son, so we're pushing individual projects, and then we are having conversation with people in position of powers to tell them that it can be done better. And as I told you, all the projects I've worked on, I've always given 100%. So I feel like if it can work as a group, show that you can do it, you know, on an individual level, so that people can get attracted to the good work that you're doing, and then you keep pushing the agenda. So I'm very, very hopeful. I'm very positive about Zambia, because this is a great country. We have something that a lot of countries don't have, which is the ability to be very positive and wanting change. But now we just have to prepare our mindset so that when the change comes, that we are part of it, you know. And at the end of the day, people like you, people like a couple of other people out there who create conversations, have to also not be comfortable, you know, start, you know, sparking the conversation so that people should speak about it. The more we speak about it, then the people on Facebook who are behind their keyboard typing will understand that, oh, this is real. Because I see the experience. When we started promoting Muzukanji, the backlash was crazy. But since the premiere happened, everybody is quiet, because they've seen a good product, they've seen the intention behind the product, and now they understand that we were not there just for us, we were there for a progressive movement to start so that change happened. That's all.
This man is doing amazing work for his community. We need to talk about that later. I've been doing some research. I know you don't like to talk about it, but I've been seeing. I do my research. It's another conversation for another day. We'll leave it like that. But in case there's someone who's watching right now, anyone that is watching right now, they want some guidelines, like guides on certain things. How open are you, and how can they reach you?
I'm available. Again, yes, you can type my name on Facebook, you're going to see me. I'm available. I always make myself available.
Okay.
If you can't see me, I'm in the farm in Mungule at the clinic, but I'm always available to speak to people, you know, give advice and mentor. That's what I do on a daily basis.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm available. No one can say they tried to reach out and they couldn't get me. That's a lie. Thing anywhere that shows that, okay, minimum wage is this, everybody needs to be paid that. There are a lot of, mostly the TV industry is super messed up.